episode 184. And today's topic we're going to talk about what's happening within our own culture. Within the last 2 weeks, whatever goes viral is what our culture drives on, I've noticed. And it's been like that for decades. Like the newest incident was the Sesame Street place in Pennsylvania. Now, I took my daughter there in the 90s, and I never experienced nobody doing that to my daughter. I neglected my daughter, not wanting to say hi to her or let her say hi to the man in the suit or the woman in the suit of the characters. But I think as a culture, it's time for us to get over it. We know they're racist. Whoever's in that costumes, they're in Pennsylvania. They're in the mountains. They're in the pines, bro. So those are a lot of that type energy. So you shouldn't expect nothing less than that. But even though the race card should not continue to trigger our emotions and our way of thinking and living in this country. What we all have to do is come to terms with it, come to grips with it, because it is our reality. Not only here in America, but all over the world. People are racist towards other people and cultures. Why? Only God knows. So we have to get over that fact. Okay, you're racist. Fine. You don't like me. But I like you, though. I don't have no issue with you. As long as you don't bring no harm to my doorstep or to my community. Personally. But the whole entire system and this whole society structure has been built and correlated on the fact that it's directed for one people to lead the rest of the people. Because when somebody's up top, they have to have the bottom feeders at the bottom so that they can remain up top. And the only way the people from the bottom is going to get up is by how? Economically and politically in this country. So it has to start from where you live at. Vote. Vote for your city council. Vote for your mayor. Vote for your senator. Vote for your congressman. Vote for your governor. Vote for your state attorney. Vote for your sheriff. And vote for all the people that are speaking, to benefit and enhance our culture. See, that's the problem. They have us, not me. When I say us, I'm speaking to the culture. All distracted with social media, with the twerking, with the makeup, with the clubs, with the festivals, with the concerts and sports, and putting all this stuff in the forefront before our own well-being. How are you spending money on all those things that we don't own that have no benefit towards us? You just go to those places, put your money there, and then that money goes and walks away, creating generational wealth for somebody else. And we're still in the hood, still urban America, still in the struggle, still fighting with each other, still hating on one another, still envying each other, still shooting and killing each other every single day. When I turn my television on, I put the news broadcast on, the first 10 minutes is senseless gun violence. Now, all these guns are in the hands of the kids, teenagers, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. That's what we need to get our focus on. Wherever those little kids live at, when they come home, you should search them. Go through their bags. Go through their waistline. Go in their room. And if you find a gun, take the guns from them. If they're scared to go outside without a gun, then stay in the house. Create something. Do something. Start a brand. Start a podcast. Start music reviews. Model. Become an influencer. Our world is not the same. And it's only going to get worse by every minute of the day. More and more and more and more violence. But it has to start from home. I know a lot of us don't have two-parent homes, single-parent homes. Well, that single parent, you have to step up and tell them no, it's not okay. Tell them no, it's not all right. That ain't cool. So everybody's all in uproar about the Sesame Street place. Why? They racist. Okay, we get it. Don't take your kids there. You know, we can get the 1% of the wealthy that's within our culture to buy land and to build those theme parks for us, for our culture, for our kids. Instead of buying Bentleys and Maybachs and chains and rings and watches and big-ass mansions and big-ass pools, you live in it by yourself. Just to say, oh, I did this. This is me. This is me. This is me. This is me. I did this. This is me. This is me. This is me. But I did this. But it's the culture who put you in that position. By buying your music, by buying your tickets, by supporting your movement. And then the system and this society uses the same card every 2 years. Every 2 years when it's time to start electing, you know, to vote to get people in office, then they use the race card. All you see on the media is about race. They hate black people. They hate Latinos. They do this. No, what about what we do? Let's focus on what we got going on. Let's focus on what can we do. Let's do that. Let them be racist. It's okay. All we got to do is keep our money to ourselves. Don't go to their events or support their products or their brands. Don't spend your money on any of the things that they own. It's in plain view now. It's transparency. They letting us know clear cut and dry. They don't fuck with us. So, how do we combat that? Easy. When you get up in the morning, go out your house. If you can't make breakfast in your house, then go to your local corner store and get your egg sandwich from there. Get your juice from there. Get your coffee from there. Get your lunch from there. Get your dinner from there. We have plenty of stuff. We have plenty of businesses within our community that are doing their thing that we have to go and support. Instead of you going to the mall and buying a $300 t-shirt or a $1,500 pair of jeans or a $2,500 pair of shoes or an $80,000 watch or a $100,000 chain from people outside of our culture who hate us. But when you're in your community and you see somebody who's opposition to you, you call them the ops. You don't have no problem pulling out a gun and just start shooting at him at broad daylight. killing him, his mama, grandmama, kids. Like the hatred is elevated at an all-time high. But then when you go out to these establishments, you're submissive. Everybody is real submissive. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How much is it, ma'am? Okay, sir. Here you go, sir. Here, all the cash walking in there. And they just laughing at us. Not me, because I don't do that shit and I never will. When I get in a position like that, when God blesses me monetarily, when the money comes in physical form, then I'm going to go and enhance my community. Like I've been doing my whole entire life. And inspire the youth. I know when I see teenagers, I tell them straight up, hey, how y'all doing? I ain't trying to fit in with them. I ain't trying to be cool with them. No, I'm showing them what I'm doing and trying to inspire them. That your brother is not your enemy. That dude that's killed your brother, pray on it, forgive him, and soften your heart and move on with your life, man. We have to stop this. Self-hate, self-destruction, self-genocide. We're losing more and more and more kings and men, young men within our community every single day. And they were wondering why our women are all turning gay. They turn lesbian. They don't have men there to comfort them, to talk to them, to give them a hug, to make love to them. Everything is harsh. Everything is hatred. Everything is negative. Everything is demonic. Ain't nothing but the devil. And the devil's a liar. The devil is most definitely a liar. But he's leading the way. He's walking millions and millions of people off the same cliff every single day. Every single day. Leading people off the cliff to self-destruction, to them prison cells, to them graveyards, to them wheelchairs. I am sickened by it. They touched me 6 years ago. They killed my best friend, and I still ain't get over it. Am I upset about it? Of course. Do I want to get revenge and go and find out who did it and go kill that man and kill his kids and kill his mom and kill whoever's in the house? No. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you're playing that type of game and then that's the consequences, then that's the consequences. Life is short. I don't know what y'all got going on. You guys are such in a rush to be grown. You're 13, you're 14 years old, man. Enjoy your teen years. Because once your teen years are gone, that's it, man. And you become an adult, and you got bills, and you got to pay rent, or you got a car payment, car insurance, health insurance, groceries, clothing, shoes. And that's just for you. I'm talking about then when you have kids or you have a wife. Now you got to maintain all these human beings and maintain your health mentally, physically, and your faith to try to stay in line and deflect negative energy to try to live to the maximum. Whatever number that God has given us or you and me, we try to live to that number. Now, if he's calling for you to walk and leave Earth at 13, then that is what it is. Or if he's calling for you to leave Earth at 110, then it is what it is. But it gives us choice, the ability to choose. So I've always gone on with my life is let your conscience be your guide. You hear me say it a lot on my podcast, on my mixtape series, on my live, when I'm on my IG. Let your conscience be your guide, man. It's the energy. You can feel negative energy. That's the senses that God gave us. But no, we got to be stubborn, prideful, arrogant, and then comes out the ignorance. Meanwhile, these folks are laughing all the way to the bank. And now they're creating new laws to put their knees, elbows, and shoulders and everything else on our necks. Now they submitted a new bill that as soon as you get somebody pregnant, from day one, she reports it, then you ought to start paying child support from the very first day of conception. So you'll be paying child support for those 9 months that she has them, and then 18 years after that. It's the fear factor. Because they don't want us to produce. They don't want us to continue to produce. Because the numbers in the United States right now is high, with Latinos leading the way, and then African Americans, then white people, then the Asians. But before you know it, white America is going to be minorities. But so what? We're all the same. We're all the same. You make money in America, you got to pay taxes. The people that's in that game, that's collecting the taxes, they're in the political field, and all that, they're the ones who are becoming wealthier and wealthier, and we're sitting here fighting and hating each other and still broke. In urban America, the community they created to continue to build their generational wealth. Once you come to that understanding, then you understand, like, oh shit, that's right. I ain't gonna let nobody play me out of position to get me in that space again. I'm gonna do whatever it is necessary for me to avoid that again. Or me harming someone, or someone harming me, or me going to prison. Or God forbid, losing my life. Just let that be your guide, your conscience. Like my boy, I remember my boy when my boy was to be alive, right? And I started when I first moved to his hood. And he started taking me around, introducing me to everybody. And the people was like, "Yo, why you keep hanging with that dude, bro? That dude's a lame. Why you keep hanging with him, man? He's a lame." Calling me a lame, right? Because I'm always talking about Hood Star Entertainment, Hood Star World, the clothing line, Respect the Game, the podcast, Hood Star 365, the mixtape series, the websites, the artists. And all they want to talk about, yo, this our block. We're going to go around there, spin the block, and them niggas going to get off that block. We're going to shoot them up. Then you kill them. Then they come back and kill one of you guys, one of your boys. Then you go back and kill one of their other boys. And then it's a never-ending thing. So we have to wake up individually, and parents have to teach their kids and give their kids the truth. It ain't what you see on social media. That ain't it. But they're pushing that on our kids. Look at all the little young girls on social media right now. All look the same, act the same, dress the same, talk the same. All the young boys all look the same, act the same, dress the same, rap the same, sing the same, dance the same, all talking about the same shit. Ignorance. All a bunch of nothing. Leads to zero. And then everybody's chasing the same bag. Clout. Fame. And then for those who are speaking, with self-conscious and spirituality and loving and caring and inspiring, then those are not being pushed to the forefront. Because although that energy is not going to feed their generational wealth. All the kids right now in America say, what, fuck this, man. I'm not going outside today. I'm not shooting nobody today. I'm turning my gun in. I'm keeping my gun home just to protect my house. Right? I'm going to the pal. I'm going to the Boys and Girls Club. I'm going to the park to play ball. Or I'm going to the library so I can get on the internet and create something. Learn how to create a Shopify. Learn about affiliate marketing. Learn about cryptocurrency. Learn about the metaverse. How to invest in stocks. How to start your own clothing brand. How to get your LLC. How to get your E&I number. How to get your business credit. How to get a business loan. That's the topic of discussion that should be had. Not waking up in the morning and putting on your killer suit every day, or putting on your doc costume on every day, and exposing yourself every day to negativity. That ain't it. When they see that image walking, that's why I created my brand. See the logo? Because this image of us is negativity. So I want the world to know that no, it's not that. Yeah, we are hood stars. Why? Because America has put us in this environment, and then through it all, through the blocks of cheese, to the canned skim milk, to the fucking corn, potato sacks, and all that bullshit that I grew up on, right? We were still able to come up with something creative that was built within us, within our culture, with the drums from Africa, with the drums and the horns and from Puerto Rico and Cuba and Dominican Republic, and we meshed it all together in the Bronx, and it created hip hop. And now hip hop in this day, in 2022, is the biggest genre of music in the world. And in the 80s, when it went commercial, went public, this society they wanted to ban it. They were buying all the CDs out of all the record stores and crushing them and destroying them. They didn't want their kids listening to rap music. Now it's the #1 genre in the world, man. So we got to take that same energy and that same concept, how we did with music and sports. You see how great our athletes are? LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Why we can't put that same energy of being great as an individual? Not just with the entertainment. You as an individual standing before your Lord every day, every morning. That when you walk out your door, you say, today, I'm going to hold a door for someone. Today, I'm going to make someone smile. Today, I'm going to give somebody a good, positive compliment. Today, I'm going to inspire someone. Today, I'm going to motivate someone. Today, I'm going to encourage someone to chase their dreams and their passions. That yes, it can be done. You can do anything you put your mind to. But we have to take out the negative energy. Because the negative energy is what's hindering us as a people. We have a selected group of people who have come together and said, you put up $1,000 each. Come on, let's all get together and let's buy this land. All right, now let's do this. Let's build it up. I seen a few people online. In fact, I seen the OG from Houston. Jay Prince just bought a bunch of land in the mountains somewhere. And now he's going to build it up and create it into a community. Because this is the reality, man. America wants their cities back. When I say America, I'm talking about industrialization again. America wants their city back so they can open up the warehouses again, to manufacturing plants, and start building everything here in America. Because we got lazy in the last 50 years and started delegating all the work over to China and Pakistan and Malaysia and all those other countries like that who do cheap labor. So now it already started. You know, you hear the word gentrification. Yeah, it started already. They're moving in. They're fixing up the bandos. We've been bandos for years and decades, and nobody gives a fuck. When that person, that community, that's from that community, he get up or she get up, what they do? They take the money and go move out the hood. Go buy a Benz. Go get a Maybach. Go get a chain. Go get a watch. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Gooey, Fluey, all that bullshit. Meanwhile, generations after generations of living in the same cycle. You don't have love for your own community? You don't have love for your own people? I ain't talking about no Thanksgiving love where you go hand out turkeys. I ain't talking about no winter drive where you go give coats. I'm talking about actually going and buy the block back, buy the block, build it up, create businesses. Change is coming. Change is coming when you decide to change as an individual. That's when change is coming. When you standing right there, right now, looking in the mirror or in your phone, when you change your negativity, and then your energy is going to touch another energy, then they change their negativity. And then that person goes to another person and changes that negativity. And it just bounces and bounces and bounces. And we push all that negative energy, that force, out of the community. And get all our entertainers and our rappers and all that to start creating songs that'll teach and uplift one another. Not to kill one another. Not to disrespect one another. Not to harm one another. Not to steal from one another. To uplift. Am I not my brother's keeper? Am I not my brother's keeper? We got to do better. Let's get over the fact. Okay, we understand. Yes, they're racist. This whole system is racist. It was built and created with racist people that were in charge. The Constitution and all the laws. But what's crazy is, right, when you go to the Supreme Court, you can Google it, right? The Supreme Court, the building, when you walk in the building, before you actually walk in the building, look up. And you're going to see a structure, like a logo, right? It's like their logo, right? And all the most powerful men in the world are on the Supreme Court, the lawmakers. And then in the middle of it, the very, very middle of it, the top dog of them all, right? It's a man with a sword in his hand. And the man with the sword in his hand is Prophet Muhammad from Saudi Arabia, not Chicago. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Prophet Muhammad from Saudi Arabia, where God's the one who revealed the Quran to him. Well, the Supreme Court has him on their building, dead center, with the sword. The sword is the sword of the law. And then from that structure was created architect math, science, all the laws that were implemented that's in the Quran were during our society. We're being fooled and tricked. This society was structured on those principles. And the reason why we're being fooled and tricked out of position is because when your son gets shot and go to the hospital, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you better pray you have United Healthcare, Medicaid, or your own insurance where you work at. Or your son will become a home with a fucking $1 million bill. You're going to wish that he died. Where they get money when your son gets shot and go to the hospital. When your son shoots somebody and goes to jail, they get a whole lot of money while your son is locked up. If your son is actually killed, then they get a whole lot of money when you got to bury him. So they got compound and compound. They compounding their money by the fucking hundreds of thousands folds over, man. You hear that a lot now, especially on social media. Everybody's a guru about, let's find out about how to compound your money through life insurance and all that. Yeah. So once you realize the game and how it's set up, that's why I call my podcast Respect the Game. You're in the game, playing the game, but you got your blinders on, and you don't even know the rules of the game. You don't even know the game that's being played. You thinking it's checkers and it's chess. You thinking it's football and it's basketball. You thinking it's boxing and it's wrestling. So you learn the game. Then you go outside and execute within the game. And in the game, the goal is not to get thrown off the square. The goal is not to go to prison. The goal is not to get shot and killed. The goal is not to go and get locked up for selling drugs to your own people. Or get locked up for shooting and harming your own people, carjacking, home invasions, armed robberies. I get it. Everybody's hungry. Everybody's starving. But there's a solution to it. Go do business with your entrepreneurs in your city, in your hood, in your community. And then that entrepreneur, once you get up, don't take all your money and go move to another state in the woods and then build a big-ass mansion with the biggest pool in the world and talk about that you did this. This is all you. No. Whoever that fan base was that built you up and that made you wealthy, go back and give back. Go back and give back to them. And teach them. And open the door for the new artists and for them from your community, the kids that want to sing and dance and all that, and they got talent and they're serious about it, then you walk into the doors that you walked through already. But for some reason, we got this mentality to where you don't want to put nobody on. You don't want to share the information. You're going to take the information with you to your grave. You don't want to introduce them to Bob and to Steve and to Chris and to Sharon, Karen, and all those people that are sitting in them buildings, the gatekeepers of our culture, of our talents, that have finagled their way and created a system once again to monetize us. Then they sign an artist and give the artist 20%. They keep 80%. 80% of everything. You get 20%. and you get your show money. So get out there and go do your shows, man. Go hit the strip. That's basically what it is, pimping. It's called pimping. It's called prostitution. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go hit them festivals, man. Yeah. Go get that. And then over here, they're getting the 80%, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. So, with that being said, we have to get over the fact with this race thing, bro. It's okay you don't like me, bro. I'm okay with it, bro. I've learned to live without it, bro. Look, I'm sitting here, isolated. Just building every day and creating every day and submitting it out to the universe and putting it on Spotify and putting it on all the platforms. From the mixtapes to the podcasts, to the artists, putting their music out on Apple, doing distribution, publishing, and just continue to build and build and build and build. I don't got time to go outside and be goofy. Then who's gonna take care of my home? Who's gonna raise my baby? Who's gonna feed my baby? Who's gonna protect my baby? Who's gonna make sure my baby's not in harm's way? Nobody. So that's why I pray daily that He grants me health, increase my faith, and grant me good health and wealth in this lifetime and in the hereafter. So we just gotta do better, man. Stop being a follower and be a leader. Stop being followers and become leaders. Lead the people that's right on your street, right on your block, right on your corner. Start leading them. Start inspiring them. Start motivating them one by one. And you watch our whole circumstance change. If we all get on the same playbook and everybody start moving that energy in that way, then you watch our hoods turn to Hollyyhoods. Then you watch them folks come begging us, please, come back. Yeah, we got to file for Chapter 11. We got to file for Chapter 13 because we don't have any sales. Don't buy that bullshit, bro. I don't buy that shit. I created my own brand. I wear my own brand every day. Hood Star World. It is a Hood Star World. Hood, stars, everybody come from the hood that's doing something with their lives, they're stars, right? Athletes, entertainment, lawyers, doctors, whatever you got going on. And then the rest of the world is mimicking it. Like, look at what's going on now. You got these little white boys. One sound like a little baby because he's using the presets. I got those presets. All you gotta do is have the same flow and you sound just like him. And he's getting pub and he's getting a little bit of clout. Then you got another one sound like fucking Blueface. Then you got another one trying to sound like J. Cole. I mean, this shit been going, it ain't nothing new. This been going on since the 30s. Every time we create something, they take it. Look at TikTok. For all the young girls that created those dances that were black, they weren't getting no views. Then a little white girl started mimicking it, and then they got millions and millions and millions and hundreds of millions of views. And they're monetized it, and they're getting all the money for it. And we're still complaining. Hey, I don't get no views. They stole my dance. They took my song. There's steps to it. Copyright your shit. Publish your shit. Submit your shit. It ain't hard. Instead of you going to fucking TikTok to scroll, do that. Create a podcast. Create your own brand. Sell your merch. Whatever you got going on, man. But there is a solution. Now we just have to put the work in to create change. Change, personal change within yourself, and then change from whoever's around you, whoever touches your energy that comes in your circumference, then they should come. They come in negative, then they should leave with positive. Or when they come in negative, then they should leave inspired, is the word, inspired. They should leave, when they leave my presence, I always leave people from my presence and leave them with, inspiring them. That yes, you can do that. Let me hear. Oh yeah, you got talent. Yes, you can do that. Yes, you can. Don't let them tell you can't. We got the internet, dude. You can create anything and put it on the internet, man. And when God seems fit to shed the light on you, they're going to shed the light on you, you're going to have abundance. But when you get the abundance, do not become ignorant with it. Because what they done was, through branding and marketing, they have programmed our minds, not my mind, to push ignorance forward. All right, so let's do better, man. I'm Ali, host of 365, and this is Respect the Game, the podcast, episode 184. Go tune in on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and follow me on TikTok, Hoodstar World. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hoodstar World, and let's build, man. Let's network and let's build. Want to be a guest? Hit me up. Come be a guest on the podcast. Want to cop the merch? Go to hoodstarworld.com. Let's do better. Let's be better. Hoodstar. Peace.